And now, time for weekly show with a passionate India lover, chairman of ITV Gold and Parikh Worldwide Media. Get ready for loving sharing from physician, philanthropist, publisher, and India advocate in This Week.
Welcome to This Week with Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Renowned for his medical expertise and astute observations on global affairs, Padma Shri recipient Dr. Parikh joins us to delve into recent developments shaping our world. Today we'll explore politics, conflicts and cultural milestones. Dr. Parikh, thank you for being with us.
Namaskar. Namaskar everyone.
Pleasure having you. Dr. Parikh, the recent Israeli airstrike on Gaza's Rafah tent camp has sparked international condemnation. How do you foresee this incident impacting Israeli-Palestinian relations and broader Middle East peace efforts?
I think this is a kind of very unfortunate, very kind of deplorable incidents happen. I mean, Israel government says that it happened accidentally, but we don't know. And I think this is a kind of unfortunate that this kind of disaster, human disaster happening for this, in spite of the warning from the USA not to invade the Gaza Strip on ground. And I think it is going to be very difficult because always a ground invasion of this kind of war, it becomes a guerrilla war. It means the people, it's very difficult to, military can do certain things, but the people who are hiding in the homes and buildings and those things, they can come and ambush them. And that will also create the more casualty on the Israel side too. So I think as President Biden suggested, that they should not do this thing and they should come up with some kind of ceasefire and a long-term two-state solution to this problem.
Isn't it too late to say, let's come to a ceasefire? Do you think this war is going to end without one country being totally destroyed?
No, war will not end because see, you are each time you are killing the, even though you agree or not with the Palestinian people and their Hamas, you don't agree and condemn the Hamas, but by killing the innocent people, you are creating 10 times more Hamas in the future. And I think this is not the answer. Answer is to have a two-state solution. Let Gaza and West Bank has to have their own. West Bank already has their own administration. The same thing, Gaza should have their own administration, not by Hamas, but some other authority. And it should be security controlled by the Israel. That way, Israel has nothing to worry about. And I think that's the only way to move forward.
Coming to our next question, as the hush money trial against former President Donald Trump nears its conclusion, what implications do you anticipate for both the upcoming presidential elections and the American legal system?
Probably there is not much implication on the upcoming presidential election. Even if he loses, he will go for appeal. And appeal will go beyond the election time. So it's all kind of is a legal maneuvering. And so, and those people who believes in President Trump are the solid, steadfast believer of the President Trump. And there are, on the contrary, on the Democratic side, Biden has to worry because there are good size of the Democrats. They don't like Biden to run for this time because of his health, his age, and so forth.
Spain's pledge of 1 billion euros in military aid to Ukraine comes amid escalating tensions with Russia. How effective do you think this aid will be in supporting Ukraine, and what additional measures should global powers consider to address the crisis?
Well, I mean, to address this crisis, I think this kind of aid always helps because Ukraine needs to defend themselves. And I think USA, UK, Germany, all should give the enough supply of the weaponries as well as some financial aid as well as other peripheral supports to the Ukraine, and that's only way to push off or push out Russians. Otherwise, right now the war is going in favor of Russia because Russia is buying the time and making Ukrainian people or Ukrainian government exhausted, and they are running out of the weapons and supply, and therefore I think it's a good idea to support Ukraine wholeheartedly and in the full force.
What is it, looking at US, it is giving financial aid to Israel or here Ukraine also. What is it actually doing to our own country, to our economy here in US?
I think being a superpower, you have to spend that kind of money for other people. Otherwise, why somebody respect you as a superpower, right? So I think there's nothing happens. On the contrary, this aid is going to the, say, Ukraine or Israel. That gives us a kind of position in the Europe as well as in the Russia against Russia. So I think it's a well spent and well thought help to the Ukraine or Israel.
UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's promise of tax cuts for pensioners aims to bolster support ahead of general election. How do you view these measures in terms of their impact on the election outcome and the UK's economic landscape?
I think all the Republican or Conservative parties always believe in tax cut, less taxes, less government, and they always believe that by cutting the tax, always people should keep more money in their hand, and then they will spend, and that will boost the economy. So that's a theory. And so I think that's a very smart move, and I'm sure people of England, UK will like this idea and may find it very interesting and attractive.
How popular do you think Rishi Sunak has been with people in UK, considering he comes from Indian lineage?
Well, I mean, Indian lineage probably it's the last kind of point to be consider, but I think he's in his Conservative Party. He's a smart man, very able man, and that's why they elected him as a prime minister or selected him as a prime minister. But overall in UK, just like USA, there are more people supporting Democratic Party than Republican Party. The same thing in UK. More people are supporting Democratic Party than Conservative Party. And I think, but Conservative people have good for economy. Conservative people have good for defense. And I think England needs something like that, because England right now suffering a lot because of their Brexit, means they came out of the European Union, and I think it was kind of, if you look back, it's not a good decision.
So they cannot enter again?
They can enter again, but then of course they have to pay a heavy price. And probably they will not, because then again the currency will go down, and so many other ifs and buts, there.
The ongoing Lok Sabha elections in India have entered a crucial phase, with significant contests in key constituencies. What are your thoughts on the current political landscape and its implications for the country's future direction?
I think the election is entering the last phase, and let's see who wins it. But election is probably very close than what we think. But I personally wish that BJP will win with the majority. And as long as it wins with the majority, and if Prime Minister Modi comes again in the power, I think that will be good for India for next 5 years. So let's see what happens.
आपको लगता है इस बार अब की बार 400 पार होगा?
नहीं, 400 पार that's all the political rhetoric. It's not. It mathematically is not possible at all anyway. So because they are running for only 435 seats, and out of that 400, it means you have to hit 99% of the time.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
not
not
happening.
possible. Yeah. No, but that's the rhetoric to galvanize BJP workers.
Payal Kapadia's recent win at the Cannes Film Festival marks a milestone for Indian cinema. What significance does this victory hold for Indian filmmakers globally, and how might it shape the industry's trajectory in the future?
I think that shows that Bollywood came on the stage of the world stage, and it is we all arrived. Means Bollywood arrived at the world stage, and I'm sure it will boost Bollywood economically, as well as its perception will increase and will get better. And I think that's a great thing happened to the India.
Okay. So thank you, Dr. Parikh, for sharing your invaluable insights into these pressing global issues. Your analysis helps us navigate the complexities of current events and understand their broader significance. We appreciate your time and expertise. Thank you so much.
Okay. Dear friends, the very, very exciting time is going on in India. Election is coming to at the end, and this is a largest festival of democracy in world. Almost 144 billion, 1.4 billion people are going into the exercise their rights to select the next government. So hopefully everything will go smoothly, and I'm sure whoever wins will serve the India very diligently, very faithfully, and that will be good for India. So after saying that, I would like to say goodbye. We'll see you next time. Thank you.